Sorry, guys. So take two on that. I pressed the stop share and the stop broadcast button. They're like right on top of each other, and I totally pressed the wrong one. So give me 2 seconds, and I'm going to go in and change all my links real quick. So that way you guys can make it over here. I'm so sorry about that. All right. So we'll just wait on everybody to come back around. And then I'll get back into what I was talking about if I can remember what it was. Let's see. Why is this like the same link? Hold on. Yeah, somebody in the crafty caregiver says, when life throws you a curveball. Yeah, I threw myself a curveball. This seems like the same link to me. Got the wrong thing. Oh. I just don't want people going over to an empty hangout because I'm an idiot today. So what I've been doing recently, like I said, is just kind of let me regroup, is reevaluating and trying to figure out like, okay, what's important and how I'm gonna do, you know, these different things. And my kids have always been, you know, the most important thing for me. And so like I was saying before I closed down the entire thing was, you know, I spent some quality time with my daughter yesterday and you know, did the little makeover dress up thing. But also I had to have the really uncomfortable conversation with her about you know, if something happens to mom, like I want to make sure that you know that you're an incredibly awesome person and you know that your family is really important and all of these other things. And it's a really strange and hard conversation to have with a 9-year-old. But I think it was really important to have. And it was also, you know, important for me to talk to my husband about certain things. You know, because you just never know. And I know we all like to think that we're going to be 100 years old or 80 years old and, you know, old and gray, but life doesn't always work out like that. And I think it's really important to take the time to discuss these things with your family or your friends. So that way, if something unfortunate happens, there's a plan. There's a game plan. Like I had to go through and I got all of my account numbers and bank account information and passwords and stuff like that and sent them, you know, to my good friend to have for me in case something happened, because otherwise, like, my husband's not gonna be able to, you know, get into our bank account or whatever, you know what I mean? So I think it's really important to have a discussion, no matter how uncomfortable it is, with your friends and family, and just kind of see, you know, where everybody's at. So that way, if the unfortunate comes around, you aren't blindsided. And I know it's not something anybody wants to talk about. They always want to talk about everything's great and hope and dreams, but just take the time, even if you don't want to discuss it with your family, and write up an email or put something in a notebook and give it to a trusted friend. So that way it's there, you know, it's not lost. So anyway, so that's that on that. Let me go look at the chat real quick and then we'll get started on other stuff. Not trying to be a downer today. Because I'm actually really happy, because it was very nice to wake up today and not feel like every time I got a pain or something stabbed me in the chest that, you know, I spent the last 2 weeks with this, you know, impending doom feeling, and it was under my, like, it was my second thought all the time, you know, what if I don't wake up, or what if this happens, or what if that happens? Because the thing with clots is like they're instant. You get a heart attack, you have a stroke, or they get in your lungs and you can't breathe and you die. You know, it's kind of like you don't know. So I've been dealing with that the last 2 weeks, and just feeling no matter what that maybe it was all for nothing, you know? So I'm really happy right now to be able to just feel comfortable in knowing that I'm okay. And I know you see on my bruises and stuff, I got I got them all over. Um, but yeah. So anyway, now on to other things, on to business. I have been spending an excessive amount of money lately on RA. And it's not on purpose, except for the stuff that I bought from Disney. I did some OA on the Disney store and bought some stuff. I spent $600, which was a lot of money to me and was actually quite terrifying. But I think that it'll be fine for Christmas. I'm really hoping that I'll be able to come back and report to you guys like, oh my goodness, look at what everything sold for. It's amazing. And then I bought a bunch of stuff from Walgreens. I went in there to buy chips and I ended up with like $280 in stuff. And then I did it again over the weekend. I went to Walgreens and I ended up buying $180 of stuff. And then yesterday I went to the grocery store to pick up my medicine, walked back to get toilet paper, and $100 was gone again. So I have a lot of stuff that I need to list that is RA type items, because and I'm putting them on eBay because God, Amazon has restricted so much stuff. Like 80% of the things that I scanned, I couldn't even list. And so it's all going on eBay because if Amazon doesn't want my business, eBay sure does. And so that's what I'm going to be working on today. Sales for me have been amazing. And I wanted to talk to you guys about, you know, how the goal setting is going for me. If you remember 2 weeks ago, I started setting a weekly goal. So I was doing 50 new listings a week was my, 40 new listings a week was my goal. And I wanted to make $500 in sales. And if you kept up with the other videos, you'll know that the first week I was only short $25? $27 the first week. And then the second week I was short $25. And right now, with 3 days still remaining, right? 3 days? Yeah, 3 days still remaining. I'm only $162 short from my $500 goal. And as far as listing, I've been kicking butt. Let's see. For this week, and by week, I'm running them Thursday to Wednesday. I know that seems confusing that I keep saying week, but it just happened to start that way, that I started on a Thursday. Because Jeff Davidson asked me about that. He's like, why are you running it from a Wednesday? And I'm like, I don't know, because I'm different, I guess. So from the 8th, so I've listed 19 so far, so I have a lot of listing to do over the next 3 days to reach my 40 goal. I'm halfway there, which isn't bad, which I'll be able to do with all the RA stuff that I picked up yesterday. I've got everything from Starbucks K-Cups to other kind of K-Cups to these discontinued little coffee maker thingy-mabobbers. I bought some summertime stuff. And I bought some baby pouch holder dealies they had for $2, which if I could send them to Amazon, they sell for like $25 over there. And on eBay, they're only going for like $15 with shipping. But for $2 and they're brand new and they're multiples. And so all I have to do is make the one listing and then, you know, just sit and wait. That that works for me. That's an easy job. Let's see. Let me go look at the chat real quick. I can't wait to list again. In the process of recovering from wrist surgery. Yeah, Joni, how is that going? I know that you're kind of. Have you tried the voice to text? I know that works a lot better on the iPhone than it does on the Samsung. But have you tried that? Because I know Dawn uses that a lot. She uses her Siri to list. It might help. It sucks having surgery though. It makes you feel like not great. So yeah, and what I also did Saturday is, if you look over this direction, I took pictures of all the roosters. So I am going to get some stuff listed on the Cock Block, which is where I set up a store just for roosters, and then wasn't able to find any. So it's just been sitting there. But Tanya had sent me some stuff. My mom gave me something. And I picked up a few things at the store, nothing spectacular, but I am going to go ahead and get those listed. I am also going to need to go shopping this week because I have a new niche I want to try. I'm really excited about it too because I did some research. I stumbled upon this seller over in Wales, and she's called Celtic Traders. I really like her videos. There's not a lot different about them than other videos, but you know, there's just some people that you like the way they talk. You know, you like the way that they present things. And I like the way that she presents things. I'm very picky about who I watch on YouTube, but I do like Celtic Traders. But anyways, in one of her videos, she had this item that she sold that just kind of sparked my interest on, well, let me look those up, you know. And so I did some eBay research and found that here there's not specifically what she sold, but just based off of me doing a search, there's a type of product that I can easily access and lot together and sell for anywhere from $50 to $125. And I want to try it. It is going to take some crafting. I will have to paint some things, but I think it would be great. I think it would be great to get something that is a low, you know, cost to obtain, and it actually is kind of like a craft, because then it kind of takes me out of my office, because I need something, and I've been talking about this for a long time. I need something to get me out of my office. So, you know, if I had to go outside and do this craft to make this product, I think that would be, this piece of paper is in the way. I think that would be really beneficial. So I'm going to go this week and buy the stuff that I need to do, and then I can't wait to try to see how it works out. I told my husband about it, and he's like, that's a good idea. So we'll have to see. But it's exciting, and I know I can't tell you about it. I'm sorry. I wish I could, you know, like, oh, I'm going to do this, because, you know, you got 1,000 or 2,000 people that watch your videos, and then you're like, oh, I don't know why that's not selling anymore, because so anyway, I just want to try it out and see how it works, and I'm really excited about it. Do you guys have any niches that you do, like anything special in particular that's different? I've always wanted to have something that was a little different, knowing that if I went to the store, then I was only looking for that item, you know, that I was not a general store or a general purpose, you know, that I had specific, oh, I'm going to go to the shoe section, or I'm going to go look specifically at black jackets. Or for some reason, I've always been really, like, I wanted that, you know, I want that, to just kind of stay focused in a certain area. That's kind of why I had started with the roosters, because I just wanted something that I could just, oh, I'm just only looking for that. But that didn't work out because I can't find any. Apparently, lots of people all over the nation can. I can't. They're just not. They're just not around. So, Yvonne said, I want to try one-of-a-kind French purses and embellished jeans. That would be cool. I just want something different that's not like, oh, everybody and their mom sells, you know, women's clothes or whatever. Kathy B's asking, do you have a video on how to put your store on vacation? Because in 2 months I have to have hand surgery. I do not have a video about that. I can write it down and maybe make you one. Video on, I almost wrote hand surgery. Thanks, Joni. Video. Well, let's not do a video on surgery. Let's do a video on store vacation mode. You know, that's funny because somebody asked just the other day about how to do that, how to put their store in vacation mode. So Mother of Dragon says, you're in Texas, that do Texas stuff. The big 10-star flags Texas stuff is everywhere. Yeah, it is. Like they sell that stuff at the grocery store. I don't have an interest in that kind of stuff. The big home outside decor stuff, it's kind of too big. I don't want anything that big. I'm trying to stay a little smaller. Do Texas cowboy boots, cowboy hats, belt buckles, you know, everything on every corner there. I don't want to do that either. Just because it's available doesn't necessarily mean that that's like what I want to. I mean, yeah, I could go find, you know, it's really funny though, like all that stuff, even though it's very plentiful here, is really expensive. That stuff's not cheap. Like, if you find a cowboy hat or if you find cowboy boots at the thrift store, the boots are going to be $30 to $40. The hats are not like hat prices. They're, you know, they have them in the case and they're, you know, $60. They're not cheap at all. So, you know, just because I'm from Austin, I mean, I'm not necessarily like, I don't have an interest in any of the cowboy Texas stuff. I mean, Austin's kind of like it's not exactly cowboy-y here in Austin, but yeah. So I'm gonna work on doing RA today. I'm gonna work on. I got some things to ship out. I had a fairly decent weekend. Mother of Dragon says, it's a huge market for the rest of the world. Yeah, I know it is. See, we have the F1 track here, the Formula One racing track. And so the people come from all over the world. And it's really crazy because like all these private planes and helicopters are flying in. And the people that come, they want to go to the boot store. Like they want to go to Allen Boots on South Congress because that's the store. And buy boots and, you know, buy $800 boots and a cowboy hat because that's what you do when you come from Italy and want to come to Austin with, you know, your multimillionaire, you know, in Austin. Says, I can't find plush to save my life. I think my state burns it. It's everywhere. I really wanted to, and I said that I was going to do a plush video where I was literally going to go to the store and buy like $100 in stuffed animals, which would mean like, oh my gosh, do you know how many bags of plush that is? That's like 30 to 40 bags, depending on if they're $2 or $3. So 30 bags of plush, that would be like 300 plus plush items. And let's just say only about 25% of those are actually worth listing, but that's still like 75 plush. But I still want to do it. I think it would be fun. It would definitely be a video series. I would have to break it up into videos. Another thing that I'm going to be doing at some point is I want to have a video series about, and I've talked about this for a long time. I think I've probably talked about this for 2 years. I want to do ride-alongs to every thrift store that we have. Now, bear in mind, we have like, in Austin, I always say we have 50, but those are like surrounding like suburbs too. Within Austin, there's probably 30 within the city limits. So I would like to do a ride along and show like all of the different stores that we have and just do like one store at a time. I think that would be fun. But I don't know if I have the follow through to do, you know, that many videos on the same thing, because I'm so like sporadic about like where my interests are. I can't keep my interest for very long. But what do you guys think about that? Do you think that that's a good idea? Like, would you like a video series like that on, you know, showing all of the stores, what they have and what I picked up from that store, but actually doing videos inside of the store, and then kind of, it would be a lot of work, I think, but I think it would be fun. It's kind of like the tour of thrifts. That's what I'll call it. I'm going to call it the tour of thrifts. But anyway, all right, well, that's all I'm going to talk about today. I know it's kind of all over the place. I didn't plan anything. I just really felt like I needed to talk about my health and how I've been feeling and how much better I feel right now. Like there's a huge weight off of my shoulders, thinking, you know, that, all right, I'm not going to die today. And I know that sounds horrible, but that is the way that I felt for the past 2 weeks. So yeah, I got to get to work. I need to start my stuff, and then I need to list the stuff that I picked up RA, because I spent a lot of money and it needs to come back. Fran says, about specialized items you could sell, what about beauty products that have been discontinued? Discontinued beauty products is an amazing market. That would be awesome. If somebody wanted to specialize in discontinued beauty products, that's so good. Discontinued anything is so good, but discontinued beauty products is awesome. It is really awesome. And if I could get myself to stop needing to be all over the place and stop being, you know, just, oh, I'm going to sell everything, that would be a really good market for me to get into. Definitely. Leon said, thrifting isn't a thing in the UK, so it's beyond interesting to see what's available. Oh, it's crazy pants what's available. Ah, so awesome. So anyway, I've got to get to work today, you guys. I'm sorry this was all over the place. I don't think I got across like what I was trying to say today. But whatever. That's just me. Fran says, I know that you did really well with that Bumble to Bumble. Yes, I did. I did do very well with the Bumble to Bumble. That was a great pickup. If I could get 1,000 more of those, I can retire. Like I was really happy with that purchase. All right. And then Chad just shows up. You're late, Chad. Go away. So anyway, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and close this out. I will post the link in the chat for you guys if you want to come and hang out. I'm going to be doing a working hangout. So thanks for coming and listening to me ramble about stupid stuff. I'm sorry. I know this was kind of weird, but anyway, I'm going to post the link over in the chat, and I'll put it over in the Facebook groups, and make sure to check out the stew tomorrow at noon Central Standard Time. All the girls should be back as well, I believe. And we will be talking about FBA, I think. That was Tanya's idea. So I think we're talking about FBA. So if you have any FBA questions, make sure to go over to the Stew Facebook page and put your questions there so we can try to answer them tomorrow. But other than that, bye guys. Thanks for watching. Sorry I messed up the video feed earlier. That sucks. I don't know how to combine the two together. So anyway, bye. Love you guys. Thanks for loving me back too. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate everybody that watches me and lets me talk about dumb stuff all the time.